Okay. Okay. Hello. So we can officially now, we can start the graduation ceremony of the Master's degree in Sustainable Outdoor Hospitality Management, the first cohort from 23-25. We are very glad to have you all here, and those that you are at home, thanks for watching us. And I guess that these 5 ladies and their families will be very happy that you are watching us from abroad. We started the Spanish style, or Catalan style, I would say, 5 minutes late, but it's okay. And we are going to try to keep up with the schedule. My name is Dr. Judith Diaz, and I'm here to be the master of the ceremony today. And we are going to start with the welcoming of our dean from the Faculty of Girona, Dr. Lluís Coromina, please. And yours, the floor is yours.
Well, welcome. It's very nice. It's very nice to see you here, the graduates, the most important ones today, faculty members, guests, families, friends. It's a great satisfaction for us to welcome you to the Faculty of Tourism of the University of Girona. And also I hope that families, friends that came from abroad, they also are enjoying faculty, they are enjoying Girona and the region, and you can stay also more days around. So this is a unique occasion because this is the first one, the ceremony of the first cohort of the Master on Sustainable Outdoor Hospitality Management in the cohort 23-25. So today we celebrate not only successful finishing competition of the Master, but after yesterday defense, that you did very well, but also the beginning of new paths, new future. So for us, it's really a pleasure to celebrate the graduation here, in the same faculty where everything started on 26 September 2019. In that day, the day before, it was a Giro Camping conference in Girona, and the day after came Josipa, our soul, this is for the master, came Jos, that is in a meeting now, and Bart from the Camping Association. They came to the faculty with the dean and with me. I was not the dean in that moment. And they asked us for collaboration. Collaboration on what? On campsite associations and campsite management. Say, well, we are not experts, but we are really experts on other fields related. So we thought, well, maybe it can work. Then after 3 months in December, so we meet again, Josipa, myself and Jos, in Amsterdam train station. So I was by chance in the Netherlands. I was in Nijmegen for a PhD defense. Josipa maybe was in Brussels somewhere, and Jos was in Breda. So where we could meet, Amsterdam Central Station. We book kind of a small room, cheap, because we didn't have money. So, and then in that moment, I think is where we make the click, say yes, we can, because each university, I think we have been thinking before could work, could not, or not. And then in that day, I was taking the train back to Nijmegen and say, yeah, I think it will work. And after 6 years, seems that it worked. So, meanwhile, we got a European project. So the idea, thank you, Josipa again. The idea was interesting. So we get funded for a European project, and then we start analyzing if it was feasible or not to create a master on campsite, a management. We start analyzing more than 200 masters worldwide. Ariana, thank you for all the hard work on that. And many, more than 100 surveys to professionals and to students, and interviews, just in order to know if this master could work or not. So after all this work, so we are here. And today, after 6 years, the same building, so we will celebrate this graduation today. I don't know if we were thinking on that in that moment. I think we are just thinking on creating something, not about the ending of. So we are really happy. I'm really happy today for being here as Dean, for welcome you here. Students, no, ex-students, because you pass alumni. I don't know how to say. Now, you visited many countries, campsites, many places. You work in. I write complex situations, design. Okay. Also, and you had also good time, which is the very very important. But I think you will realize in a few days how stressful, how active have been these 2 years, because up and down in Breda, in Croatia, in Girona, discovering new places. So the most important is that you did it. You did it, and I hope you are satisfied after these 2 years. Eva, Margot, Yola, Jai, Danitza, you are the 5. For me, for us, I think you always be the 5. From now, the future. Take the future. You have a really brilliant future, not only for this master, but as you are. You are a person that you can really do nice things. And I hope that this is a small part on your life you keep in your heart, and you use it as experience for different things. The future is yours. You decide what you can do. So you will always be my 5 students. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, our dearest Dean, Luis Coromina. And I think that 3 souls met in that day, not only Josipa's soul, but also you are the soul of our faculty, I have to say. Now it's the time for the Parliament of the Josipa Stevilic Bonifacic from University of Rijeka, Croatia. The second soul.
Well, dear students, dear family, dear Luis, in the name of Faculty of Tourism and Hospitality Management from Opatija, University of Rijeka, in the name of Jos, who had to be on the other meeting, let me express my proud to you, Big 5, for your achievement, for your courage, for your great spirit, and for everything that we have learned from you. I'm sure that we are now standing in quite kind of a historical moment, historical in a way that you opened the gate for the professionalism in outdoor hospitality, and you are the first, let's say, professional, educated generation in outdoor hospitality in the world. And yes, everything starts with a little bit of alcohol. I must say that. But on the other hand, I think we are a little bit blessed, because look where we are in the church. Breda University is also in the ex-monastery, and our villa in Opatija was also once in Austro-Hungarian monarchy, a sanatorium for priests. So thank you for watching us and giving us a little bit courage to carry on further. I'm sure that you will continue to take with you your great spirit that we can see on these pictures. I don't know if there is any study there. I'm sure there is behind. And that you will make the best out of your life, carrying with you all this nice feeling that you created in internationalism, positivity, friendship, and everything that you carry on from this last 1.5 years. And I'm very, very proud of this day, very proud of you. Thank you for your courage, for your hard work, for your passion, for your openness. And as Pope Francisco, let's be in the church again, say, don't be afraid to dream big and make the world a better place. Make it like you want to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much for these kind words too. I think that they all five did a better place, our world here in the Faculty of Tourism and in Breda and in Croatia. You did our world better just for being with us. So make sure of you did already. Jos, the other soul, the three member of the is not with us, but we have Arianna. Dr. Arianna Gassiot. I don't know, is a soul or kind of an angel with a soul, I would say. And also, she took over with after Luis was the dean, and the three of us, I think that we are a very good team. But thanks to her, things for me were very easy. So thank you, Arianna, and the floor is yours.
Well, thank you. It's so rare to find me speaking publicly, apart from the lectures, because I'm not volunteering on this sense. But today, it deserves, you deserve that. I have prepared that anyways. Good afternoon, welcome again to this faculty. I am more than happy to be here today in front of this first cohort of the Masters in Sustainable Outdoor Hospitality Management. As both a lecturer and a member now of the academic board, I've had the privilege of being part of this journey with you. It all began, as you see, in Breda during your first semester at BUAS, where you started to discover what it meant to be, what it means to be a master's student. You immersed yourselves in tourism destination management and laid this foundation for the professional and personal growth that will follow, actually. That semester, you weren't just setting this foundation, you were also stepping into a new way of living, thinking, collaborating, and you were meeting new people. Then came Opatia. The second semester brought you close to the industry, thanks to the many contacts that Josipa has, visiting campsites, speaking with professionals, and completely feeling the campsite sector. You got a taste of the real world and what it means to be part of this amazing sector. And many of you began to see more clearly where your own passion within this sector lies, because you did your internship afterwards. Finally, here in Girona, the third and final semester, where academic life took center stage, here you work with perseverance to produce these 5 master theses that you defended yesterday, each one unique, each one valuable. You defended them yesterday, as I said, and today we celebrate not only this success, but the hard work that led you there, because we know as supervisor with Kai, but also because we've been talking how hard it was to reach yesterday's defense. This first edition of the master's program has been a learning experience for all of us, not only for you. We've had moments of trial and error, so many of them, in fact, but through it all, you've shown incredible patience and flexibility, perseverance, and we all appreciate that. As Judith has said, you made things easier for us, and I hope we also made things easier for all of you. There's so many good memories from these masters. One of the most powerful things for me has been witnessing your transformation. From the moment that you arrived in Breda, but also from the moment that you arrived here in Girona. You've grown not just as students, of course, but also as professionals, and also as a group, and as individuals. And if I think about the changes I've seen in just one semester, a little bit more than one semester, I can only imagine how much you will evolve in this future that awaits you. So today, as you graduate, I want to wish you the very best of luck as you step into this future, whether you go on to lead campsites, develop sustainable tourism projects, or completely different paths. Know that you will carry your academic families with you, and everyone that you've met on this journey. Remember this, you always have us, you know where you can find us. I wanted to finish with a congratulations graduate, but I've heard Luis started with the 5, Josipa said the big 5, so let me say congratulations, the fantastic big 5.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now is the turn of one of these big 5 fantastic girls. And it's the time, but I don't know if I will pronounce that, Eva, sorry. The turn of Eva Gelar. Speech.
As the same as Ariadna, I'm not the best in public speaking, but I'll give it a go. Dear professors, lecturers, friends, family, guests, but most importantly, dear girls, we did it. After 20 months, we finally graduated, but has it been an adventure? Netherlands, Croatia, Spain, Italy, Germany, France, Rwanda, Slovenia, we have seen it all. Many field trips with many campsites and even more bottles of wine. During the field trips, we had a very strict way of sleeping. Who shared a room with who? That was already decided at the start. Sai and Danica, Margot by herself, and Yola and I. This didn't change and was probably the only thing we knew about the field trips before we went on our way. But let's start at the start, the Netherlands. We didn't know each other, and maybe we should have invested a tiny bit more time in getting to know each other, because our project didn't always go as smoothly. 5 different people, 4 different working styles, and you heard me right, I said 4. Yola and I were already familiar with the Dutch educational system, and were struggling sometimes to slow down or keep our opinions in front of us. Oh well, in the end, we made it. Outside of uni, however, it was mostly smooth sailing. Danica, Yola and I enjoyed a little party here and there. But let's not talk about Christmas, shall we? Next up, Croatia. From our busy life in Breda, we went to a very quiet Ichi. Yola, what was it again? As we had a little bit of time left on our hands, we all started running. Well, 4 of us, as Margot had some struggle with her foot. And there it was, our traineeship. Some of us were in the office, others at campsites, or of course in the middle of nowhere. I at least loved my time at my traineeship, but I do have my personal reasons for it. And then Spain. Our last stop on the journey we went on. And what was it fun? We enjoyed the sun, last minute after uni Koenig drinks, and of course the 5K run. It was weird to think that this was our last destination, and to be honest, it is still weird to think that it's over now. Because what now? One of the biggest lessons I learned during this master's was that you don't know what will happen until it happens. So just go with the flow and see where it will bring you. Thank you, girls, for this amazing time. I will miss it. And I'm curious where we all will end up in this world. But please promise me no more hospitals.
Thank you, thank you. I will not try to pronounce again your surname because it will not be, okay? But thank you. That maybe the future, I don't know, maybe I can guess running an eco lodge in Rwanda, one of you. Another one being a consultant and an expert in the CSDR directive. Another one being the first female ever creating a campsite in China. Another one, I don't know, creating the new definition of animation in campsites. And the fifth one, analyzing whether if seniors or youngsters, they have the same motivation in Costa Brava or in Netherlands or in China. So I think that you have, all the five of you, a very bright future. And we finished this, well, we not finish, but next person, the turn is for Mr. Albert Araut, the CEO of the campsite La Ballena Alegre. Do not say anyone, but he's one of the best ones in the area, we have been told. And we thank you very much, Mr. Araut, for being here with us today. Thank you.
I'm not a very good public speaker, as Eva and Ariadna. I'll try to do my best. I'm just going to give a little story about our family business. We're family business. I run it along with my cousin Alex. We've been around since the 50s. My grandparents had a trip to Switzerland at that time, and they visited a campsite there, something that they hadn't seen in Spain at the time. There were campgrounds, but there were no campsites. So my grandmother always said, I'm dumb, I don't have education, and she was the smartest of all. She said, Pepe, to my grandfather, we should build a campsite. And we built our first La Ballena Alegre near Barcelona, which unfortunately got expropriated by the expansion of the airport of Barcelona. But it was the introduction to something, a journey that has been evolving ever since. I'm just going to give a few hints of different periods of our history to talk about change, how change evolves onto risks and to threats and onto opportunities. Since we opened our first campsite in the mid-late 50s, there was no culture of camping in Spain at all. And we captured Northern European public because they were all chasing the sun. So that's probably the reason why the industry grew in Catalonia faster and earlier than in the rest of Spain, because of the proximity to the border with France, and therefore having our main public being Dutch and German, it was a distance, doable distance to access our country where there was nice coast and nice weather. The public that we had at the very beginning, it was more of a low-income public. All throughout the 60s and 70s, even 80s, in which camping was seen, at least perceived within our culture, as the tourism of the poor. This has drastically changed throughout the last decades. because it is not the tourism of the poor. It's the tourism of families, it's the tourism of outdoors, it's the tourism of people who want to live a different experience than being in a building. There have been, as I said, different points in time. In 1997, we had a little kid, 7-year-old from Germany, who came to the reception of our campsite and said, listen, where do I throw this bottle? It was a plastic bottle. And the guys at reception said, well, there's the bin there. Like, no, yeah, but this is plastic. And everyone was looking and saying, what do you mean this is plastic? That's the bin. And then we started understanding, why is this guy asking this question? And then we understood that in Northern Europe, they were starting to recycle. And we didn't know what recycling was. So we started our own waste separation collection within the campsite, but there were no plans in Catalonia where to recycle. There was one only single one in Barcelona at the time, so we had to hire our own trucks and take all the recycling there. From there, we understood that we had to change, that we have to adjust, that we had to respond to our customers, and from there, believe in what we were doing. We started investing in geothermal energy. We have a megawatt in solar panels. We store half a megawatt in energy in batteries. We've made a calculation of carbon footprint. We're becoming carbon neutral in 2030, not by buying green credits, but by projects that we're developing ourselves. Meaning there was an identification of a challenge. We saw, identified, and took action. And that has made us become one of the most relevant and important campsites in sustainability in Europe. Another key point in time was when low-cost airlines came along in the market. Until then, people would come with their RVs, with their caravans from all over the world. And suddenly we realized that people could buy for 100 euros or even less with 1 year in advance flight tickets and book them. So it was pointless for a family in the Netherlands to keep an RV paying 120, 150 euros per month on a rental location for the RV for having it to use 3-4 weeks a year, when they could just spend 60, 70 euros on Ryanair, booking from Amsterdam 1 year in advance for a 5-member family, and fly over to a bungalow within a resort. So that made us realize that we had to invest in bungalows, in high-quality bungalows, to offer a product that would at least fulfill the needs and expectations of a family who used to drive for 16 hours an RV to cross Europe and get to us. Another point in time which became a challenge and also was taken as an opportunity was the Lehman Brothers crisis in 2006, 7, 8. At that point, we identified that many people were struggling financially, and that was an opportunity for us to attract a public that didn't know our sector, our industry, our campsites, to come and spend holidays with us. Because no matter how you are struggling financially, there's always some money saved for your holidays, for your time to relax, for your time with your friends, for your time with your family. And that's when we started designing our own bungalows, increasing the quality of our own bungalows, to attract that public that would go to a 4 or 5-star hotel and provide with a product and an experience that was different, but at least at the level of quality that was comparable and definitely more competitive in price. Today we're facing changes in this industry. The private equity funds are coming here to stay, and this is making us having to make or take decisions, or make decisions and take actions. Because at the end of the day, as little family businesses where we grow by acquisition of other campsites or expanding or investing in our campsites, we're starting to face the challenge of these funds that they will always have more money than us, that they're buying campsites, and where our added value is our expertise. And that's why we believe that our model to grow is not going to be based on the acquisition of other campsites, but on selling our expertise. And that's why I think that what you've done here in these last 2 years is crucial. Because we need people professionalized on our sector, because we're not hotels, we're campsites. And campsites and hotels are similar, but they're not the same. And we are craving people like you with the education to come and help us professionalize, to be able to become competitive, and respond to the threat, which is also an opportunity, of the private equity funds that are now flooding our market and our sector. So I'm really glad that you guys, the big five, are here. We're all going to be fighting for you, I'll tell you. And I'm really glad that the program is growing. I hope will grow and grow even more, because we will be more and more in need of you guys. Congratulations, and hope to see you very soon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arruat, for his final remarks and for explaining us a little bit the story about not only your campsite, but also a little bit the history of Catalonia for those that you know. The big fives they know because they have participated in the documentary and all the activities that we propose you. But for the rest of the people, thank you very much for your final remarks. And now it's the turn of Ariana again. We have to hand in the diplomas. And I don't know if you want to, Jasna, help us, please, to hand in the diplomas. Thank you. I have tried to spell your surnames correctly, so please excuse me if I only call you by your first name. So we start with Danica. You can kiss her if you want to. You can. Of course, you have to. And also, yes, you can pose for the picture. Yes. Mi dic a la Kai, no? Margot Hellemans, Danica Bochna. Margot Hellemans. Congratulations. You're allowed to scream and shout and clap more, and now you are allowed, you're allowed. Yeah. Eva Egalaar. 2 minutes only. The diploma. Kai Hai-yin. And last but not least, Yola Callis. Merci. So unexpectedly, we are earlier. So now we are preparing. We were preparing things outside. Now we have a very small snacks thing, and also we have the time to network, to share, to speak, to hug, to celebrate, to laugh, all together outside the cloister. For those at home, thank you for watching. You hug these ladies when you see them. Thanks for the rest of the fellow classmates that you are here. Esta, Masa, Belen, Joy, Ihan, and Dong. And thank you for the families and friends, and I hope that you have enjoyed as much as I did. And okay, we can go outside. Congratulations!